this year. Didn't need any on this catch, though. Let's hear what he has to say about his night. The Rams' leading receiver, Cooper Kupp, joins us now. Cooper, congratulations on the win. Listen, you scored your first touchdown since week 4, so how'd it feel to get back in the end zone, especially in such a dominant win over the Patriots?
Yeah, that felt good. I felt a little bad. Rob and Josh and Cam really took the ball all the way down the field. I think it was a 16, 17-play drive, so I felt a little guilty just hopping in there at the end for the touchdown. But, just kudos to those guys, to the offensive line, the way Cam was running the ball. And, obviously it felt great to get in, but I felt a little bad about it.
He didn't play in Super Bowl 53, but this was obviously a rematch of that game that a lot of people were excited to see. Take us in the locker room this week. How important was it for this team to build confidence and be able to exact revenge for what happened in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, well, for us in the locker room, that was never the attitude we took. It's really just the next game on our schedule, and we approach it the same way we would any other game. Obviously, a little expedited, being on a Thursday night, but for us, it's really just about playing the game how we would any other one. Obviously, there's all the storylines that go on outside of the building, but within our walls, within the walls of where we work, it was just about coming out here, putting a good game together, good game plan together, and executing.
Hey, Cooper, Steve Smith here. Congratulations on the win. You stated earlier about Cam Akers. Talk about this rookie sensation that really was a running back by committee, but now he seems to have taken over the starting job.
Yeah, well, we got 3 guys back there that can all run the ball very well. And, I think Cam came out today with just a hot hand, and the offensive line was just moving guys up front so well. The way Cam was hitting the hole today, breaking tackles, it was just pretty special to watch. And, it inspires everyone. When you have a running back running like that, breaking tackles, for everyone to be able to give that extra effort to kind of spring your guy. It takes all 11 to get that run game going like that, but he's running the ball very well right now.
Cooper, I know we were asking you about what happened in the Super Bowl, and you actually didn't play in that game. You unfortunately had an injury that season. But I've always said that you make the difference for this football team. Having you takes this whole football team to another level, having that safety blanket for Jared Goff that always knows how to get open in the middle of the football field. How much conversations do you and Coach McVay have about your importance to this offense?
It's not something that I feel like we talk about. I obviously want to be a part of this offense and want to be a staple, want to be someone that can produce and contribute. And, I think the great thing about what we did today is, we showed that we can win multiple different ways. And like Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game. And today the game was won on the ground. And I think we're going to go back and watch this film and see there's a lot of things I could have done a lot better in the run game as well. Just being able to block and do that. And, obviously that's a huge part of what we pride ourselves on. And so, that's something I obviously want to be a huge part of this offense, and sometimes the huge part is just being able to block DBs downfield for our guys.
Cooper, congrats. You know what? Go celebrate with your teammates. You deserve it.
Formations that they line up in, they can try to put window dressing on them, but the defense is probably sitting out there saying that we practice against all these looks and all these plays that we're getting, and they showed it when they got down there early in the game, and they stuffed them on the goal line on 4th down. And really, it wasn't much of a game because Cam Newton and the New England Patriots had no ability to stretch the field and push the ball downfield throwing the football.
Well, they tried to push the ball down the field at times, but the offensive line could not hold up with that outstanding defensive line with Aaron Donald. But also, too, even when Stidham got in the game, he didn't do a great job. He just played a little bit better hot potato than Cam Newton. But then also, too, there were some passes Cam Newton threw that his wide receivers just couldn't catch. And then also, too, that at the end of it, what Joe said is they tried to window dress some things, but they just could not get it going in the pass game. So just to summarize what all of us have said, let me show you what the New England Patriots are right now. Put a fork in them.
It's a very large fork.
They're done. I love the prop.
Yeah.
Good planning there on your part.
Yeah, what's frustrating, right? I was like, Steve, you called your wife and said, bring me a fork out in the kitchen and let me do that. That's
the turkey fork right there.
Turkey fork, right. That's the big fork.
That's my fork
but
right
listen,
there.
You saw something. You saw something after that big sack, and Cam dropped back and he hit N'Keal Harry down the sideline. It wasn't something beautiful, but it was what N'Keal Harry has an ability to do. Go up over guys and make a play. And I was like, okay, we should see more opportunities. Just give them those opportunities. Throw the ball up. But it just they don't have the confidence in the passing game. And you talked about it, Steve. I mean, God almighty. For this game, this was about, they felt what happened in the Super Bowl. And the Rams came to show that, okay, we are a different football team. And they showed that tonight in a big way.
Here's one of the problems with the Patriots being a quarterback power running team is that's what you practice, and you are what you practice. So they don't get a lot of opportunities in practice working on their down-the-field passing game. They don't get a lot of opportunities working on timing with this receiver core that's been much maligned. And so they're not going to get any better at it. And so it's really difficult to get put in a situation like the Patriots were tonight where they're really far behind, and all of a sudden now they're going to be this down-the-field passing attack. It just doesn't work like that. So unless they make some big-time changes, I don't really see things being any different for the Patriots, certainly the rest of this season.
I agree with everyone. The one thing that was interesting, too, is when they were around in the fringe and in the red zone, they just couldn't get it done. They tried to do some creative things, but at the end of the day, they just, I don't know why, but they just couldn't pass the ball. They never really showed any passing. So the Los Angeles Rams never really felt threatened. They just loaded up the box, played man-to-man coverage, and they kept. Well, do tell me, please, because I need somebody to stop forking around and tell me, please.
Right.
Yes.
We know why. See, let me tell you why. Because they're trying to run a power run game, and they have no power in the offensive line over the Rams' defensive line. You can't run a power run game and not have the first part of it, which is the power in your offensive line. Aaron Donald dominated that offensive line. The Rams' defense, and sometimes the guys were getting sacked that didn't even get blocked. So that was a problem right off the top. I understand you have the running, you have a running quarterback. You're trying to get a running game. But the Rams said on defense, you will not be able to power us. So that was the problem. You got a power run game and no power on that offensive line. Joe, that was your job to say that, Joe. You are the offensive lineman on this show. You should have called your boys out on that offensive line.
You're in trouble now, Joe.
I just wanted to tee it up for you because I loved hearing you talk offensive line play, but what you failed to talk about was the red zone issues are because they don't have precision in their passing game. The windows get so much tighter down there, and they just don't have the accuracy and the precision that you need. And, of course, they don't have the power either. No power. You guys need to get better if you're going to be a power rushing team. But, come on, let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers is the best defensive tackle in the NFL. That front is unbelievable, and when you tell them, hey, this team's going to run the ball, I think they can load up and they can stop just about anybody, especially the Patriots.
Yeah, serious power outage for the Patriots tonight there at SoFi Stadium. I'm just hoping that Steve keeps the fork in his pocket instead of the pockets where maybe the entire show. I mean, that would be such a treat for all of us. Cooper Kupp, also a treat. We're going to talk to him coming up next. He had a touchdown tonight helping the Rams.